Good day and welcome to today's episode. This episode is probably a little melancholy, a little sad. One of the things that is so important to me in regards to this channel is that I depict a little bit more of just life versus the extreme amount of philosophy and existentialism that I see permeating around YouTube and the transformational community in general. And if there's anything that is more important to me is just having the acknowledgement that things happen. Life is strange. Life is sometimes glorious and sometimes incredibly hurtful and heartbreaking. And never, ever to fluff off those feelings with some sort of woo-woo sarcastic remark or dismissal of life as it is. So today I am doing this video. I don't know whether I will post this. I have a feeling I probably will. But I just came back from saying goodbye to one of my closest friends who is leaving the desert and moving to the East Coast. And he is in a lot of hurt and a lot of pain over this, over leaving this wonderful place that we live in, and the friends that are being left behind, including myself. And I was driving over there and I was actually talking to my action partner at the same time and crying, but still talking, and really getting in touch with the feelings that I have for this happening. It's hard, I have to say. It's very hard. I have known him since 1998. We've been very good friends. He is just a really stand-up guy. He has helped me in tremendous ways that I can't even begin to tell you. However, unlike some of his friends that have been rather upset about his departure, I have been supportive because for some reason it feels like the appropriate thing to do, and it, in a certain way, it makes no necessarily logical sense, but there seems to be something underneath it that is tugging to do this. And he's, not happy either. He's very sad that this is happening. And, but I think he also knows that there's something going on here that needs to be done, whatever that is. And all of that is fine and dandy, but it doesn't take away the sadness. You know, at the same time, in less than a week, I've also had to say goodbye to a friend in a different context, in which they got very mad at me for something and said things that are not acceptable to be said to me. And so I think on a certain level I am grieving both at the same time. When I started this channel in the end of, well, I started recording at the end of July 2020. And I believe, hopefully I did, I don't remember anymore, but I believe that I talked about that when we went into lockdown the third week or so of March, and I stopped working, and my little side hustle, because it involved people, I immediately went into great sadness and grief. And the thing about it is that I was clear that that was the feeling. That was the feeling. Sadness and grief. And I knew that I had to address it. It couldn't be swept under the rug, as so many times we do in our lives. And it took to close to the end of June, maybe into July, before that sadness and grief went away. And I'm back into sadness and grief. It's more specific in regards to two people at the moment. It's not as debilitating as it was back in March, April, May, and June. And I think that one of the reasons it's not as debilitating is because I've done a lot of work around it. But what I also want to say is that I'm acknowledging that I'm in sadness and grief. This is a very sad day to say goodbye to one of my closest friends who has been around me and seen me as well as I have seen him through so many things. I took a picture of me standing outside in front of the house where the moving van was, and I completely forgot to take a selfie with the two of us, although, you know, we were doing social distance. And I'm almost glad that I didn't take a selfie with him. I believe that I want to remember the moment in my mind more than on film. So today I'll be gentle. The rest of this day I'll be gentle. I'll edit this video, maybe clean something, maybe talk to somebody on the phone, but be gentle. And when you're in situations like the one I'm in, and we all go through them, and so many people are going through equal and much more horrible situations than this is being described today. I hope for you that you will be as gentle on yourself. This video is dedicated to my friend Richard. Thank you so much for listening today. Merci beaucoup. A bientôt. Bonne journée.